One question which always remain unanswered when every student who is preparing for common law admission test comes up with a question ki what exactly is the syllabus for this exam, and if you are also struggling with that question, so this video is for you. So watch this video till the end. So before we start with this division of the entire syllabus or what exactly come in the paper, let's understand what are different sections or different subjects we have to cover up in this entire CLAT syllabus. So there are in total 5 sections or subjects, which is English language, logical reasoning, legal reasoning, current affairs including GK, and quantitative techniques. Now individually we're going to understand every section or the subject. Now first let's start with English language section. Now in English language you will again have paragraphical forms followed by multiple questions. The paragraph will ranges from 400 to 450 words. Sometimes these word limit can be more, but the passages are majorly on certain fictional and non-fictional topics as well, certain historical, certain philosophical, psychological base. So you have to increase your horizon, the genre of your reading on daily basis. That's why we suggest to read the newspaper. Now the type of questions which may come in English language is understanding and comparing the multiple and the different arguments, certain viewpoints which is given in context with the passage. You might be asked to summarize the main idea or the main viewpoint which has been given in contrast with the particular passage, and there might be certain answers you need to mark on the basis of the meanings of certain words and the phrases which is in context with the passage could be asked in this particular section. Now let's move towards another section which is one of the dangerous sections for students in multiple law entrances, is current affairs including general knowledge. So in this particular section again the paper pattern which comes around is with a paragraph and the question with number of options, each question having 4 options. But in current affairs the paragraphs ranges near about 300 to 400 words. Somewhere it is 450 words also, which is given on multiple websites. Now there are topics which are majorly every student wants to cover up in the syllabus is 1 year prior to your exam. So CLAT normally happens since past 2 years in the month of December. So you have to cover up from January till November mid or the last week of November to cover up this particular section. Now topics like geopolitical news, national international affairs, somewhere historical news, and also certain static general knowledge also comes in the paper, keeping in mind the last 2 years CLAT paper. Now third section we'll talk about, my favorite section, is legal reasoning section. So again in this section there are passages and the question come on multiple topics. Now topics are majorly related with the ones which are taken up during your lectures, the topics which are static laws called as the base laws or the foundation law, that is law of torts, contract law, constitution law, or criminal law. Now there are certain miscellaneous laws which we have categorized as Consumer Protection Act, Negotiable Instrument Act, and multiple other laws, but there are even laws which every student wants to remember, keeping in mind what is going in the legal current affairs, that is in the past 10 months what all legal updates have taken place related with certain amendments, certain legal bills, certain Supreme Court and the High Court judgments which have been there. So you have to keep yourself aware about this also. Now fourth section we talk about is the logical reasoning section. Now this section also have a paragraphical form, then there are multiple questions which come. Now these paragraphs are again based on certain in-depth English topics or maybe topics again related with history, geography, philosophy, or certain author perspective based. But there are questions which majorly related with what are the assumptions, what are the arguments, what are the strengthening and the weakening of the statements, then what is the author perspective, whether this perspective is being strengthened or argumentative. On that basis the multiple questions come. Now last but not the least is the quantitative technique section, which majorly needs your knowledge up till 10th standard of maths. The topics related with certain basics of algebra, then averages, ratio proportions, profit and loss, and certain ratio proportion topics in depth needs to be done. So if you have a knowledge up till 10th of maths, it becomes easy, but the question comes in the case-led form. And for more such videos guys, don't forget to follow Get Set Law by IMS. Thank you so much.